Welcome back to Crypto Comics, all you beautiful people in Webtown. I'm excited to talk about Black and White by Art Thibert today. If you do not know, Art Thibert has remastered Black and White. He's redrawn the whole thing. He's rewritten the whole thing. And he's put it on Indiegogo. And you still have time to get it. He is about to go to the printers. He is about to ship a beautiful brand new trade paperback to all of you beautiful people in Webtown very soon. But you still have a little bit of time, because it's still available, in demand, on Indiegogo, Black and White Remastered by Art Thibert. Now this is Black and White #1 from the original 3-issue miniseries released by Image Comics 25 years ago. And I thought we could go through it a little bit. An explosive first issue that will give justice a whole new meaning. Obviously you can figure out that this is black and this is white, right? I figured. So this is written by Art and his lovely wife, Pamela. And this is penciled and inked by Art. Steve Oliff did the colors. Letters by Ed Penosian and Kurt Hathaway. I assume that Ed Penosian is related to Dan Penosian. Just a guess. And Pamela Thibert edited this. So it all starts at an industrial craft brewery on the outskirts of Hong Kong, China. This is the Kamasaya Brewery. And it's been under attack recently, which is kind of odd. And there's a lot of drama surrounding this brewery that we kind of come in on. A gentleman by the name of Reed Blackett is taking a large risk importing Kamasaya beer. Now Reed Blackett happens to be our boy Black. We'll get into all that. According to someone within the brewery, he's the only lifeline Kamasaya has right now. He said that sales are kicking the FUD of other import beers. The British have such a way with words. And it's Mr. Samsung here is the man in charge of this brewery. He is the uncle of our lovely White. And for some reason, this brewery has been being attacked. Yes, physically attacked. Why? We don't know yet, but we're going to find out here. Because believe it or not, here comes an attack right now. Surrender, Kamasaya, or no death. And Mr. Samsung says, we will not surrender. Mr. Su, are your men ready? Yes, sir. This giant robot comes crashing through. Your choice, your funeral. Open fire! You know, we have this big brawl, and they get Mr. Su, and all of a sudden, our villain makes his debut.
Hold! I have not given the word yet for this one to die. He and I have a business transaction to complete. You! We meet again, old man, and this time I hold your life in my hands. You will die. However, I am prepared to bargain on how you will die. Cheng! I heard you died in a prison fire 2 years ago. Death is only a rebirth. I am as the great phoenix. Sign this land over to me now, and you will die like a man instead of a crushed animal. Why this land? What makes the Samsung property of interest to you? The land itself means nothing to me, old man. It's what is under this piece of dirt that I want. I will stop at nothing to obtain that. With what is under this brewery, I can control the world. I should actually thank your niece for unwittingly showing me the secret many years ago. Whitney, I pray that she will avenge what has taken place here today. Pray for yourself, old man. And then if you have any breath left, pray to Whitney's guardian angels. And I happen to know that there are no guardian angels at the Maltese Mental Institution for the Criminally Insane. Only demons.
So here's Whitney, and she's locked in Institute for the Criminally Insane. Why? We don't know, but I think we're going to find out. Miss Samsung, Whitney, are you listening to me? Let's talk about this supposed demon of yours, Mr. Chang. Do you realize the trouble you are in? The list of criminal actions you have committed against Mr. Chang is unbelievable. You are the worst paranoid schizophrenic I have ever seen. How's the eye, Doctor? Listen to yourself. Your displays of violence will only complicate your rehabilitation. Do you know that Mr. Chang is paying for us to take very good care of you? You should be grateful. You contend that a well-respected businessman is responsible for the death of everyone in your family. You must wipe this thought from your mind. Chang, who killed your family, died in a prison fire 2 years ago. Mr. Chang told the police that you tried to kill him because he wanted to purchase your brewery. You must realize that there were no hostile takeover attempts. Your mind distorted Mr. Chang's generous offer. You will come to realize your mistakes, or you will be in here until hell freezes over. Obviously, she's done something to his eye previously. She's a tough chick. She doesn't mess around. Fools are known by their words, and you condemn yourself. I am no stranger to fury or vengeance. Oh. Meanwhile, outside,
She looks so alone in there. I know the odds are against her, but I believe her story. She knows the truth about Chang, and so do I. He's left a path of destruction and death in his past. He must be brought to justice.
Master Reed, I feel it is my duty to tell you that you look ridiculous in that outfit. I could lose my valet's license if anyone saw you.
Bring the car around. I've seen enough. She won't last a week in this hellhole. Besides, I have a plan.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, is your passport up to date, Brooks?
My apologies, sir. We appear to have a bad connection. I thought you just asked about my passport.
You heard right. Are you still fluent in Chinese?
My Chinese is tolerable. See, radio scan indicates guards coming in your direction. You better move it.
Hold on, Whitney. I'm coming for you.
The car is directly under your position at this time. If the guards see you in that outfit, you'll be locked away longer than Miss Whitney.
Bad joke, Brooks, but good timing.
Yes, sir. When you get Brooks Gray, you get perfection.
I know. You're humble, too.
So glad you noticed, sir. So Black here, who we also know as Reed Blackett, the guy who's been importing this beer into England, is secretly a superhero at night. This is sort of his butler, sort of his valet. There's kind of like a Bruce Wayne Alfred thing going on here. But this is my biggest complaint about this comic book. It's really my only complaint about this comic book. This character is never explained. I assume he's a wealthy entrepreneur because he's importing beer to England and he has a butler slash chauffeur slash I'm not sure what. But they also make frequent references to MI10 as if he's part of a secret spy service, but it's never really explained in detail. The only thing lacking from this miniseries was a solid first act that explains to us, the origin of this character. Very important. We get the origin of Whitney for the most part, but we don't understand the relationship between these two, how they are tied together. And it really makes the story less than memorable. On the plus side, I will say that the dialogue in this is really good. Dialogue is often a complaint I have about a lot of comics. Art and Pamela really took the time to polish their dialogue, and I really appreciate that. I hate when you have to read it and they use words like cannot, shall not, has not. You can't say can't, shouldn't, hasn't, won't. So I appreciate what they've done here with this. So here we have two employees at the brewery who are very upset that Whitney has been locked away in a mental institution and that the brewery is now suddenly been sold to the evil Mr. Chang. And of course, first thing he does is, threaten them. Don't talk bad or I'll make your life a living hell. And his evil twin bodyguards, give the woman a nice smack. And that'll teach her, right? But here, here, we don't realize this until this moment. This is Black. See, this is him. This is him. As a businessman.
I believe you need a crash course in manners. A gentleman never lays a hand on a lady in anger. He can't do that. Let me at him. No, there will be a better time and place to settle this disgrace. You have made a fatal error in judgment, Blackhead. I do not forgive transgressions taken against me. The fun will resume at a later date, boys. You can take him apart then. He's an evil man. Worse, he's totally insane.
He has to be stopped.
I know.
Yeah, of course. And here's old Brooks Gray spying at the brewery. And he uncovers Chang's men using lasers to drill deep into the ground. So it turns out that what's hidden in the ground is a Nazi bunker filled with weapons of mass destruction. Okay, I do have another complaint about this comic. You never see the bunker. You never see the Nazis' weapons of mass destruction. It's the MacGuffin through the whole thing, but it never actually comes to fruition at the end, but you need it to. Like, you want to know what the Nazis have going on down there. And you never really get to see that, and that disappoints me.
So anyways, Blackhead, he sneaks in here, pretending he's Jason Statham. Don't make any noise, and I'll move my hand away from your mouth.
Get away from me, you pervert! If you try to touch me again, I'll eat your face! If Chang sent you all... Wait, who are you?
Whitney, hush. Everything's going to be okay. It's me, Reed. I've come to get you out of here.
Why is he dressed like this? Why is he a superhero? He has too many roles, dang it. There's too many roles. And then she starts fighting him. And she's like, no, I'm going to go my own way because I'm an independent woman. You got yourself in. Get yourself out, Buster. And then, of course, the guards get her. No, I'll fight you. I'm going to fight all the men. And she does. And he does, too. And they fight, and they fight. And they fight. And Gray shows up and just pumpkin bombs the hell out of the place. Move it! The Maltese PD are on their way.
What took you so damn long? I was almost shot. I hate guns.
Oh, no, sir. No disrespect intended, but would you please move your ass, sir?
I really hate guns.
Great. At least he drives this awesome old car.
Whitney's running on rage, Gray. We have to reach her before she lets that rage consume her.
Understood, sir. Where do you propose we begin our search?
We don't need to search. I know exactly where she's going to go. Phoenix World Enterprises.
Mr. Chang's base, right? And sure enough, she's already been here and kicked some ass. You can't hide behind your hired killers anymore. I'm here for you, Chang!
You called?
I wouldn't gloat just yet, Whitney. I still have a few toys at my command. Look behind you. Ah, it's a giant robot. And of course, just like the typical villain, he talks a little too much, and that gives Black the chance to show up. What are you doing here?
Saving your butt once again. Now stay behind me.
He blows everything up, He's got a grappling hook on his robot arm and grabs her.
Whitney! Focus, Blackhead. You can do this. You've got to save her.
Don't move, mystery man.
Chang, you bastard.
Oh, too bad. You moved. Blah, 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 and shoots him. You didn't understand, mystery man. I didn't want her to be saved. I wanted her dead. Which is just where I want you. May your ancestors greet you both. In hell. That's the end. Oh, you get this image chromium watch. The first ever chromium image watch. Oh, the lost issues of Spawn. See, Todd forgot what number he was on. And so he had to put out 19 and 20 later. That's really funny. Ooh, Todd Knock artwork. That's Todd Knock's artwork. I love Todd Knock's artwork. This is New Men. Fun little comic. Pitt, the Deadly Duo #1. Peter David and John Byrne, really? Okay. This is Eric Larson creation. Shadowhawk, I'd rather be in 1963. I'd rather not. Oh, Backlash. Backlash was popular back then. Brett Booth. Yeah. That's his baby. Justice can only be black and white. Now, I thought we'd go through a little bit of issue 2 also, just so I can fill you in more on some of this backstory here. So, of course, Blackett's going to, make the save on Whitney. Look at this beautiful artwork by Art Thibert. It still shocks me to this day that Art Thibert inked more comics than he drew, because Art Thibert is a phenomenal artist. He really is. And so, they're doing their thing. They're getting away, and I just kind of want to skip through. Mr. Chang, of course, is going to be interviewed by this chick from KNIN. K-Nin, 9 Inch Nails. I'm guessing that this is Art Thibert saying that he loved 9 Inch Nails. I know he's a big fan of Kiss. I was surprised that it wasn't Kiss. It's K-Nin, 9 Inch Nails, I'm guessing. And of course, he's only going to be interviewed when he wants to be interviewed, so he has his twin Chinese bodyguards push this woman away. Here we have Gray looking over Whitney as she sleeps. I hope Master Reed realizes what he's getting himself into. Solving Miss Whitney's problems could blow our own cover. I've got a bad feeling this case is trouble. She's trouble. Already asleep. I wonder if she knows how much Reed cares for her. He's trying to pretend this is just another case, but I know him too well. And here we have part of the problem. We do not understand the relationship, the dynamics between these 3 main characters here. Black, White, and Gray. It is never actually made completely clear what this whole relationship is about. It's almost like something that you would have had in a Wizard 1/2 issue. That would have been just, 12 to 16 pages that would have really fleshed out the backstory and explained to us who this guy is. Why is he wearing an eye patch? Other than that, that's just a clever character device to make you intrigued about his background. But in this comic, it just felt really necessary. It felt like this would have been more impactful. If I could have figured out, I'm assuming he was an ex-spy. It kind of leads you to believe that. But the extent of the relationship between Whitney and Blackett just needs more. Just needs more. Because of her, he's wanted by the police. He's put himself in danger. He's jeopardized his way of life and MI10 connections. And he's downstairs right now, planning ways to fight this Chang person. She better be worth it. Pleasant dreams, Miss Whitney. And he goes down here, and pulls out the book, and the fireplace swings open. Secret entrance to a secret bat cave. Oh, excuse me, the Black Cave. I found it interesting that this says Watson on it, when that is the AI technology developed by Microsoft. How forward-thinking of our friend Art Thibert. Goes down into the secret lab, and, they have this conversation. But in the meantime, she's having this bad dream. Please, leave them alone. Stay away. No. And this is where we get, her backstory really spelled out, just in a solid splash page. Daddy, I'm thirsty. Whitney, run away. You leave him alone. They burned. Cherish the dream. Burn. Burn. You ran away. I've got a melted face. It's Harvey Dent. Daddy! On the monitor. Whitney. Please stop. Oh, God, please make the nightmare stop. Brooks, just to be safe, check for a breach in perimeter security. On it. What's wrong? I heard you scream. It's always the same nightmare. There was no way you could have stopped him. You were only 10 years old, love. And so on and so forth. And, the action continues to pick up throughout this whole thing, and I'm not going to spoil it for you because I want you to go out to your local back issue bins and see if you can find yourself Black and White issues 1, 2, and 3. Or, perhaps more importantly, go to Indiegogo.com, check out Black and White Remastered, completely redrawn and rewritten by the indelible Art Thibert. His art's only gotten better over the years. Can you believe this? A guy who can draw this good in the 90s. And here we are, 25 years later. And he hasn't lost a step. It's quite fantastic. I'm looking forward to Black and White Remastered. And maybe you should too. because I have a feeling that Art's writing skills have improved even beyond this. And this is already, light years ahead of a lot of artists who try to be writers, a lot of young writers. Art crafts a good story, As I mentioned, I only had a couple complaints about it, A good first act to explain Blackett and his backstory would have really helped to be able to understand their relationship better. Him importing beer from her family's brewery, it's not enough. It's not enough. It doesn't make enough sense. And not seeing the Nazi technology utilized in issue 3. That was a disappointment. It could have been something really special. And to be honest with you, maybe this should have been 4 issues, It felt a little rushed at the end. The third act just, it happened. It would look good. I mean, Art, he draws, wonderfully well, better than most artists out there today. But it just felt like it was a little rushed, a little too simple for me. And that's why I'm really looking forward to see what changes he's made with Black and White Remastered. And so I hope you check it out, just like I checked it out. And I hope you enjoyed this review from Crypto Comics. See you again tomorrow.
Legends of the Lone Wolf. 80-page full-color anthology. With your support, we will bring you a perfect-bound 80-page book of the highest quality. Everyone involved has donated their time and talent, and all the money will go to printing and shipping before any of the creators turn a profit. Unlike other anthology books, Legends of the Lone Wolf contains a 38-page feature-length supernatural story. That's nearly twice the size of a regular comic book. This campaign is the only way to get the variant-aged edition of Lone Wolf's #1. This highly unique version of our first issue will be printed on a stunning aged newsprint and features a cover by the one and the only Muttman. So don't sit on your hands, Wolfomaniacs. You're gonna have to get out there and grab a copy for yourself. Ooh, yeah! Dig it!